BT3, Raging Blast 2, Black Ops, GTA 5. These games, plus many more, roughly represent the golden age of gaming from the years of 2000 to 2016. These games innovated in many areas, keeping fans of the series captivated for over a decade. But after this time frame, it seems that it's just a slow downward spiral since then. And now, instead of deep dives into lore and people genuinely enjoying games nowadays, online it's always something negative or a video on why a game failed, why a game sucks, why a game is so bad. Most people believe that YouTubers like to farm this controversy because it gets them views and money. But contrary to what a lot of people think, I actually don't like it when games fail. I hate it, in fact. YouTube, what it do? It's your boy NovaRoad1, and in today's video I want to tell you guys why I actually hate when games fail. You guys may have seen a couple of my videos that have gone, I guess, semi-viral. I think one of them got 20,000 views, the other one got like 15,000. Regardless, these videos are the most popular videos because they are about controversy, negative topics, and a lot of guys think, oh, he's just making the video to get views and money. He's just making the video to, you know, get some clout, this, that, and third. I actually don't like it when games end up being bad. Because let's go ahead and get it out of the way. YouTube does not make me that much money. From 20,000 views, that's probably like $70. Not that much. But I want to explain to you guys exactly like what I mean. So I'm just going to give you guys a bit of background of why I even started this YouTube channel in the first place. I grew up watching people like Gaming with Kev, Corey Kenshin, Mess Yourself. I think his name was Blasphemous BHD. He wasn't really a gaming YouTuber, but he played games and he would put audio over the game and like tell story times and just talk. It was like some real vibey type of content. And I wanted that. I liked the idea of being able to play video games and make money from it. No matter how little bit of money I can make, it was supposed to be something fun, a nice little hobby. Like, this isn't really a career for me yet, but you know, it's cool. It's supposed to be fun, right? When I was watching people like Gaming with Kev, Mess Yourself, Corey Kenshin, even people like Rhyme Style and Nanogenics, Syriax, those guys, when those guys played the game, they were actually having fun. And that feeling that they were having while playing the game was infectious. Whether some of it be theatrics or not, it was fun to be there. It's almost like it gives you the vibe of being there with your friends. Everybody's laughing, joking, we're having fun. That's what games are supposed to be about. When I come onto the scene and actually like get the balls to actually say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and make myself a YouTube channel, put myself out there and make some YouTube videos, I noticed that a lot of games weren't really coming out. When I first started doing this YouTube channel stuff, the big main games were like Fortnite, Apex, and that was about it. And if you didn't hop on the Fortnite and Apex grind back in like 2019, 2018, like you basically missed the wave. Like, you're not gonna go viral playing Fortnite because everybody's playing Fortnite. So the games that kind of follow this, like Fortnite's, I wouldn't say Fortnite's peak because Fortnite is still very popular nowadays, but like, you know, when Fortnite really started getting good, the games that followed that, the quality started getting lower and lower and lower. And when I was trying to find games to play for my YouTube channel, I was forced to kind of play the generic games like Fortnite and Call of Duty and Warzone. Now this was already a slippery slope because I wasn't really playing the games that I liked for real. You know what I mean? Like, I liked Fortnite, I liked Warzone and all that, but I didn't like them that much to play them every day. It's so much to the point that when I actually did find a topic that I actually enjoyed, I ended up feeling like you guys ever see the picture of the dude basically ripping the chains and the handcuffs off? That's how I felt when I was finally able to stop playing Call of Duty, because I hated like having to compete with all these guys. Oh, you could get this new gun, you could do that new gun. It's like these guys, like, they were so skilled and well versed in this type of content that they would beat you to the punch every time when it came to talking about something new, or their skill was so high that, you know, they can actually teach people things in the game. I wasn't like that. I was just the guy who wanted to play games and have fun. So needless to say, good games for the channel were like few and far in between. So I basically said, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna just follow my interest. That's what I did. So I started talking about one of my favorite characters, Batman. Because I really did admire the character of Batman, like his discipline, his drive, his, you know, Batman is a self-improvement symbol if we're being honest here. But I started talking about Batman, I started talking about the Arkham games. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I took a shortcut. I had posted a short about the Batman Arkham games, and that bitch got like 1,000 views overnight. And that was like, wow, like that was the most views amount of views that I gotten ever before. And it was on a YouTube short, but I was like, you know, we didn't know like the folly of YouTube shorts, but I was like, wow, man, it got so many views, and I was so excited. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna keep doing these shorts. And I kept posting the YouTube shorts, and the views just kept going higher and higher and higher. I would say probably about 60 to 70% of my audience probably came from YouTube shorts. And I started posting the YouTube shorts, and I was having fun because I was actually talking about something that I liked. But with a game as old as the Arkham games, you can only talk about so much, and there's only so much fun to be had because, you know, I had beaten these games probably over 6 times. So I pretty much done talked about everything there is to talk about. So fast track to, you know, I ended up deploying, and I kind of took a semi break from YouTube. During this time while I was deployed, I was kind of just experimenting with different types of YouTube techniques, different types of topics. I even went through a self-improvement phase where I was like, okay, I want to just put the game on and basically talk about self-improvement, because that's another one of my passions. But that didn't work out, so I went back to gaming. I found out that a Batman adjacent type of game was coming out. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, that game was coming out, and I began to start talking about it, and I didn't get the response I expected. And this is when I started to really see the other side of gaming, or what gaming was beginning to become. So Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League had a whole bunch of leaks, and a lot of people were immediately writing off the game because of the leaks, when they was like, oh yeah, Harley Quinn kills Batman, da 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 da. And people were also saying like how the game was bad, the gameplay was repetitive. And I was one of the people that defended this game before it came out. I felt like a lot of people weren't giving this game a fair shot, especially since at the time we didn't really see much gameplay. The game had great graphics, so it looked like it could have been good to me. And it was something new. I thought that, you know, maybe because this game is trying something new, maybe they can do something innovative. It's Rocksteady. We trust Rocksteady. You feel me? But after covering the game and looking into myself, we did end up finding out that the game wasn't that good. But this showed me the dark side of like gaming, and like what gaming has become nowadays, because I remember I would post a video and the videos would be going viral a lot of the times. But this was when, I think this was right around the time when they started taking away the dislikes. Like you can't see dislikes on videos anymore. One of these days I got curious and I looked at the like to dislike ratio on one of my videos, and me just talking about the game and being hopeful about the game, so many people disliked it. And then I took a look at the comments, and so many people was like, I don't know, just being very nasty to me in the comments just for being hopeful. I was like, damn, well, what the fuck? Like, y'all get mad at me for like being hopeful about the game, for telling you guys to have an open mind before the game even comes out. And then I started to encounter these YouTubers that sometimes these YouTubers will actually leave like nasty comments under your videos, like, and that was very unheard of to me. Like, I used to think that unless you got into a direct YouTube beef with someone, that they wouldn't leave like these crazy like cyberbullying-esque comments under your YouTube videos, but people still do that. People still be trying to bully grown men in this day and age. Anyways, I will go to these YouTubers' YouTube videos and I will actually be curious because I want to see what type of content they make. And I will look and I would see nothing but just straight up hating. Granted, sometimes they were valid, but you would look at the channel and it was literally hate video after hate video after hate video. Like, it was never nothing. They never liked anything about any game, period. They was always complaining about something. Oh, this game is woke. Oh, Harley Quinn used to be way better in the Arkham series. It was never nothing good to begin with. So at that point, I was like, okay, I know what type of creator this is, right? Or what type of creator these people are. So I say, I never want to become like that. But then, after the dust cleared, Suicide Squad Kill Justice League was over with, I heard about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I was like, I definitely can make content on that game. I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. Dragon Ball is the reason why a lot of us guys work out and even get on self-improvement in the first place. So I was like, okay, boom, I'm gonna make content on that. I've been watching Dragon Ball since I was a little boy, right? I get on this game, and at first I'm very hopeful, but after what happened with Suicide Squad Kill Justice League, I was a little skeptical. And after playing the game, experiencing it, I thought it was cool, but then the problems started to show up. And these were actual, like, legitimate problems. But I slowly felt myself starting to become what I hated. I took a look at my channel, and there's more than a couple videos of me basically complaining about the game. Granted, yes, some of these videos are valid to be complained about, right? But needless to say, I don't like it. I don't like the negative energy from it all. This is the opposite of what I wanted. I wanted to have that gaming with Kev type of energy, that Blasphemous BHD type of energy, the old version of him back when he used to, make the content about, like, the story times and stuff like that, the rhyme styles, the Syriaxes, the nanogenics. Like, you would be happy as hell to, like, when nanogenics or rhyme style drop the summon video, get on the game with them and summon with them. It'd be like a very fun experience, right? But after analyzing it all, not only was I starting to become what I didn't like and kind of exude like this negative like channel from the outside, I realized that it started to attract negativity. It started to attract negative types of people. The point that Sparking Zero is at, what other type of content can you really make? Like, let's be honest. It's either you make content on what's actually going on with the game, which is usually controversy, which is usually some nonsense, which is usually people ruining the game for everybody else. Like, there's nothing else to make on this game. You feel me? But what was I talking about? I started to see like the type of people that it would attract, like when I would get messages on the game. People would message me with all type of crazy wild things, saying crazy wild things to me. And don't get me wrong, I'm not soft, but I don't like to have to like hear that on a daily basis. It annoys me. So I turned my messages off so nobody could message me. And even watching Don Coolio's videos, when he talks about these, I think he likes to call them psychopaths, sociopaths, Ted Bundys. It's like, it's crazy to think that those type of people play the same game that I played, that they enjoy the same franchise that I joined, which is Dragon Ball or video games in general. And that kind of made me see like the real dark side of gaming. So yeah, do I believe games absolutely deserve criticism? Yes, 100%. And there's two types of guys that I used to get in my comments when I would make either or video. When I used to make videos about like liking a game, there'd be a guy talking about basically like, why are you like shilling for this game? Why are you glazing this game? Like, this game is not good. You must be stupid for liking this game. I understand you. I really do. I understand you because sometimes when we have those rose tinted glasses over our eyes, we ignore certain things. But at the same time, I understand the other guy that's basically saying, well, why is everybody making videos about why the game is so bad? The game is not that bad. You guys are just complaining about everything. I understand that guy too, because sometimes the complaining does seem like it's overly hating on the game. Sometimes it's valid criticism. So what's the conclusion of like this whole topic that I'm trying to get across to you guys? I don't think that it's hopeless. I do think that there will be another golden age of gaming, and I think it's coming very soon. Perhaps GTA 6 will be the catalyst, or one of Marvel's new games that's coming out soon. But games are supposed to be a fun experience, something to sit down and enjoy after school or after work, to wind down, to make you feel good. I want to get back to that vibey content, the content where you could just put the gameplay on, you could just talk about any topic, the type of content where you can play the game, have fun, and people watch it, they'll have fun watching you play. That's the type of content I want to get back to. And I can't promise that I won't complain about nothing, but from here on out, I do want to try to change my content a bit to bring it back to what I wanted this to be when I started this YouTube channel at, I think I was 19 or 20, and now I'm 23. So yeah, let's make the change that we want to see. Anyways, it's been your boy Nova World 1. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.